There's no points, right? Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
it's a lot of expense.
Recently, Joe Rogan invited comedian Ali Siddiq onto his podcast, and it didn't take long for the discussion to shift toward Floyd Mayweather Jr. What started as simple praise quickly evolved into a more serious and critical look at Mayweather's lifestyle today. Rogan questioned the boxer's continued involvement in exhibition fights, his reputation for extravagant spending, and a bold claim making headlines that Mayweather owns more than 60 buildings in New York City. Rogan didn't shy away from the topic, noting that a statement like that naturally raises skepticism. In his view, the exhibitions Mayweather keeps accepting might not be purely about entertainment but possibly about maintaining a steady stream of income.
So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
But I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Floyd, are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s connection with money is almost as legendary as his undefeated record. Known around the world as Money Mayweather, he built an entire identity around wealth. Private jets, luxury cars, diamond-covered watches, and towering stacks of cash have always been part of his public image. He even jokes about carrying what he calls a pregnant bag, a bag so stuffed with money that it bulges with millions. For years, that flashy lifestyle has defined him. Yet behind the constant display of riches lies the need to keep the cash flowing. Joe Rogan suggested that Mayweather's spending habits are so extreme that they might push him to keep stepping into the ring just to sustain the lifestyle he built.
You got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting...
Then the story took another turn with Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s supposed move into real estate. In a recent online post, he claimed to have purchased 60 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $42 million, saying he paid the full amount in cash with no loans involved. Mayweather shared videos of himself walking through the properties, greeting tenants, and even showing documents to the camera. According to him, the buildings include more than 1,000 rental units and are managed through his company, VA Properties. He framed the purchase as a major personal milestone, presenting himself as a rising force in the real estate business.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what?
On the surface, the story sounded impressive. A boxing icon stepping into the role of a major landlord while investing in affordable housing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. said the decision was personal, tied to his difficult upbringing and his desire to support communities similar to the one he came from. He spoke about creating long-term stability and helping provide better living conditions for residents. However, questions soon started to appear. Public records indicated that Mayweather might not actually control the entire property portfolio. Instead, the buildings were already linked to a large affordable housing company, Black Spruce Management. Some insiders believe Mayweather may only hold a partial stake rather than full ownership of the properties.
Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them.
Despite the growing questions, Floyd Mayweather Jr. hasn't stepped away from the story on social media. He continues to present it as if he's the sole owner, sharing videos where he walks through the buildings and introduces himself as a landlord in Manhattan. Joe Rogan wasn't entirely convinced, but he didn't completely dismiss the claim either. In his view, Mayweather understands the power of perception. If someone looks like the owner and carries themselves like the boss, many people will accept that image without digging much deeper. And shaping public perception has always been one of Mayweather's greatest talents.
36 months with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month.
What investment is that?
In real estate. I'm heavy in real estate. Even though I got a lot of cash, OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep.
What fascinated Joe Rogan even more than the property story was the pattern behind Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s behavior. Technically, the boxer no longer needs to compete. He finished his career undefeated and already earned hundreds of millions of dollars. Yet he continues accepting exhibition bouts. These aren't traditional championship fights but carefully staged events against influencers, internet personalities, or athletes from other sports. Even so, every appearance still brings enormous paydays, sometimes reaching $10 or $20 million for a single night.
He owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
It's
pay.
neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much.
Joe Rogan's main question is simple. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. is truly retired, why does he keep stepping back into the ring? His answer is just as direct. It may be about keeping the money flowing. Mayweather lives at a level of luxury that very few people on earth could maintain. Even hundreds of millions can fade quickly when the spending never slows. Exhibition bouts offer the perfect solution. Mayweather selects the opponent, controls the risk, and turns the event into entertainment instead of pure competition. The result is massive paydays with almost no threat to his undefeated legacy.
One of the best investments that I did was New York real estate. So it started off with 7 figures, and I was getting a certain amount of money every month. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, yo, the money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing, I still was fighting, I still was active, and I still was making.
Joe Rogan also highlighted a curious contradiction in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s lifestyle. On one side, there's the party-loving celebrity stepping out of nightclubs surrounded by security, sometimes carrying briefcases filled with cash. On the other, there's the highly disciplined athlete who avoids alcohol and is known to jog home at 4 in the morning just to stay in shape. That level of discipline doesn't quite match the reckless image many people associate with him. Instead, it points to a calculated mindset, someone constantly preparing while protecting his brand. Even when the bouts are labeled as exhibitions, Mayweather reportedly trains as if they were full world title fights.
In Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Joe Rogan continued questioning the real estate story as well. For him, the real issue wasn't necessarily whether Floyd Mayweather Jr. truly owns all 60 buildings, but why he would present the claim in the first place. It could signal a shift in identity. As Mayweather grows older and competes less often, he may be trying to redefine himself beyond boxing. By portraying himself as a real estate mogul, he builds a new kind of legacy, one that suggests he's more than just a fighter and is creating something lasting outside the ring.
I've been building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts, because I feel like I'm hurting my children.
Still, Joe Rogan remains skeptical. Some of the figures simply don't align with public records. The idea that Floyd Mayweather Jr. spent hundreds of millions in cash without any financial partners seems more like a branding move than reality. Yet Mayweather continues to reinforce the narrative online. He wants people to believe his empire is growing, not slowing. If he announces another exhibition bout against a social media star in Dubai next month, few would be surprised. For Mayweather, the fights, the properties, and the persona all operate as parts of the same machine, designed to keep both the money and the image alive.
I think the problem with shining is when it defines you.
Yeah.
The problem when you just everything is flat, like Floyd Mayweather in a way.
Yeah.
It's part of his persona. It's part of why people root against him. Like Floyd is a genius, in my opinion. Not just a genius boxing. He's the greatest defensive boxer, in my opinion, of all time. But also a genius in that he figured out a way where he has this style that's not appealing to a lot.
Joe Rogan doesn't view Floyd Mayweather Jr. as desperate. Instead, he sees someone who has perfected the art of staying wealthy, or at least appearing wealthy, in a world that quickly forgets its champions. The flashy displays of money, the exhibition fights, and the real estate claims all function as performance. In today's culture, fame can vanish the moment the spotlight fades. Mayweather seems determined not to let that happen. The real fight he faces now isn't against other boxers, it's against time and irrelevance.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
The controversy intensified when fellow boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather Jr. in an Instagram video. De la Hoya argued that Mayweather should stop taking exhibition fights and focus on protecting his legacy. In his view, a true legend shouldn't risk embarrassing himself in contests with little competitive value. The remarks were pointed and personal, and they clearly struck a nerve.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. quickly fired back on social media with a message that almost read like a manifesto. His point was simple: retirement doesn't mean walking away from opportunity. For him, retirement represents freedom, the freedom to decide when to fight and how to earn. He explained that he worked tirelessly to build a life where he controls his own ventures. And if those ventures still bring in millions, he sees no reason to stop.
In the beginning, you know, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you hear so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe whatever you want.
As expected, Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't stop at just one post. He fired back at critics he labeled jealous and bitter. In his view, people get uncomfortable when athletes refuse to follow the traditional script. Rather than quietly fading after retirement, he says he is rewriting the rules through business and investment. Mayweather also pointed out that boxing history is filled with champions who ended up broke, and he insists he will not become one of them.
Some of the biggest artists, you wouldn't even know, because my name don't have to be on everything.
I have to be the marquee.
Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's gonna be jealous. So sometimes I was like, I don't got to have my name on it to collect it.
This is where the debate divides. Some see Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s exhibition fights as a masterful business strategy, taking low-risk opponents, earning millions, and keeping his brand in the spotlight. Others, including Oscar de la Hoya, argue that each exhibition chips away at his legacy. They contend that the undefeated champion, famed for his defensive brilliance, is turning serious competition into mere entertainment spectacles.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ. That's how we're doing. That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show him what he said.
Yet the criticism hasn't slowed Floyd Mayweather Jr. Traditionally, sports legends are expected to step away from the spotlight once their competitive careers end, appearing as commentators, coaches, or Hall of Fame guests. Mayweather never followed those rules. Instead, he keeps generating massive income through exhibition fights, business ventures, and investments. Ironically, he may now be earning more than many fighters did during their championship primes.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out.
Part of the tension stems from the role Floyd Mayweather Jr. has always played in boxing. He was rarely the humble underdog or the crowd's favorite hero. Instead, he embraced the villain persona, the fighter who beat everyone and proudly flaunted his wealth. He never sought to be loved. He demanded attention, and that same attitude continues to define his career today.
We got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has also positioned the criticism within a larger context. In his posts, he suggested that some detractors are uneasy seeing a black athlete achieve financial success without following the typical narrative of struggle and decline. In his view, society often prefers the story of the fallen champion over the wealthy one who continues to win outside the ring.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
Ultimately, Floyd Mayweather Jr. insists he doesn't need validation from fans, the media, or former rivals. He operates on his own terms. Meanwhile, Oscar de la Hoya embodies the traditional boxing perspective, where legacy and serious competition outweigh financial exhibitions. That clash of philosophies is what keeps the debate alive.
The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today.
All right, see what's going on. We got the Eye of the Tiger factory on a full pave bracelet.
And tell the people about this, please.
We got the white tag with it too.
That's an extra 20,000 from what he told me.
Yes, sir.
Money made, and y'all know.
And that debate continues today. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is no longer just a boxer, he's his own promoter, marketer, and investor. Whether people admire or criticize him, he has forced the boxing world to rethink what success looks like after a fighter's career ends. Love him or hate him, the conversation around Mayweather is far from over, and as long as the spotlight shines, he seems determined to remain right at its center.